Okay, so this is what we're stuck with for right now. That's okay. We'll make it work. Welcome to What the Hell Sunday, guys. This is Rogue Mystic Divination, and thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a vertical live. So if you happen to tune in during the live, thank you very much. And if you're tuning into it afterwards, thank you for tuning in also. Please be sure that you hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content, and that is going to drive me nuts if that stays there. But in this reading, this is going to be a 7-card reading for anybody who finds it, and if you, whenever it is that you happen to find it. With this What the Hell tarot card spread, we're going to ask the questions: what the hell is happening? Why the hell is this happening? What the hell am I missing? How the hell do I feel about this? What the hell should I not do? What the hell can I do? And where the hell is this going? So, normally I put all 7 cards out, but this is going to be a little bit more freeform because I've been drawing more than the initial 7, and some of these cards will get clarification. So the 7-card spread is just a base for you to use at any point in time if you would like to in your own readings. And at some point, I will be having a site and some place where you can like download the PDF and stuff like that. So anyway, here we go. For the first card, we've got what the hell is happening. Now, this should possibly be able to help you with whatever it is that you're dealing with at the moment, whatever questions you have, whatever situations you have to be going through, and apply it however it is that you want to, however it will fit your situation. This is meant to be insight and to kind of help get you thinking on your own, maybe in an unconventional way that you're not used to. So here we go. What the hell is happening? The Two of Swords. So you could be finding yourself in a difficult position where you don't know which road to choose, which decision to make, and it's quite possible that you're not the one who's putting yourself in this position. Somebody else is doing this to you, or even multiple parties are putting you in this position where they want you to choose their side. They want you to choose something that they benefit from, and that's not always possible. At some point, you do have to draw a line in the sand and say, you know what? Screw the options that you want me to choose. But at the point that you're at right now, it is the Two of Swords. People are trying to make you choose a side, make a decision that you don't necessarily want to. And because of that, it's likely that they are watching your every move, looking for any kind of indication that you're picking the side that they want you to choose, that you're doing something that they don't want you to do. And whenever you're in that position, it's really hard to determine what it is that you're doing that is your decision, and whether or not you're being a reactionary party. Are you just making a decision because somebody wants you to? Are you doing something because you're kind of being pushed to do something, or are you truly making this decision on your own? And I do believe that's going to be an important theme that you need to keep in mind throughout the rest of this reading, and with whatever it is that you're dealing with here, because society is not going to be there to necessarily help you whenever this decision that you made because of them, or this group of people, they're not necessarily going to be there to clean up the mess whenever it doesn't work out the way it was quote unquote supposed to. You're going to be bearing the brunt of this decision. So ensure that you're making the decision that you want to make, and not purely reacting for acceptance or some kind of approval, because it's not going to help you out in the long run. So after that, we've got what the hell, why the hell is this happening? Justice in the upright, our first major arcana, and with this coming out like this, I really want to say that the universe is trying to get you to stand up for yourself. Almost as though you're in this pinnacle point, this pinch point where, okay, after this point, you're going to have to decide whether you're making your own decisions for your own reasons, or if you're making these decisions, following through on these actions because other people want you to, and how do you want to live your life from this point on. And something about this is the universe is almost trying to tell you that it's not permanent, but it may be permanent for you for a while. And you really need to know what side it is that you're going to take. You can't kind of hem and haw between, well, I want to make this decision for me. Well, this other person wants me to do this though. You know, it's gonna be one of those situations where you're really taking the brakes off and just coasting down the hill based on either your decisions or somebody else's. And it's quite it's quite likely that these other people or these other situations that are trying to get you to move in a certain way, they may not have a lot of forethought behind their willingness to kind of manipulate you. And that is something you need to keep in mind. Something about this is really trying to say that, is it going to be worth it for you in the long run to be obedient? And I think that's what this is really saying, is that why the hell is answering the question, why in the hell is this happening? You need to make the decision as to whether or not you want to be obedient or you want to start making your own rules. Are the actions of these other people justified? Are your actions justified? And what do you hope to get out of it in the long run? So for card 3, what the hell am I missing? The 8 of Swords. It's quite likely that at this point in time that there's probably some information that's being hidden. Someone's trying to kind of push you to make a decision because they want results now. They want the result that they want now, and they don't care about the consequences for you. They're looking to check off boxes on whatever journey it is that they're on, and it's it's almost as though at least one person that you're dealing with right now is really trying to play that main character syndrome kind of person right now. Like, it doesn't matter what the recourse is for other people right now. It's, what am I getting out of this, and why am I not getting what I want faster? And whatever it is that they're trying to manifest, it really feels as though it's going to end up manifesting something for you that you're going to benefit from. However, the question is whether it's going to be a long-term benefit or a short-term benefit. Are they only getting you something so that they can then take it from you? And what are they trying to keep behind the scenes? What are they trying to ensure that you don't pick up on? Even though this is the 8 of Wands, I am getting 7 of Swords vibes off of this right now. There is a lot of the energy behind this, even though the card's not out yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does show up, but yeah, with the 8 of Wands coming out like that, in that position, it's almost as though they want to be able to position you so they can kind of draw off of that energy, draw off, benefit off of the actions that you're committing to, that you're putting your time and energy into, and then they're benefiting from it more than you are, and likely more than you realize. So, and it doesn't feel like this is a job. It feels like it's some kind of interpersonal, maybe even family kind of relationship. And to them, it's almost as though this interaction is very, very kind of cut and dry for them on their side. If there's emotion, it's the plastered on mask of emotion, not true deep emotion. And it's something that you've picked up on. Like as soon as somebody's not watching, like their face changes to kind of this blank slate, and they're not involved in the moment, so they don't have to keep up the facade. How the hell do I feel about this? Card number 4. Anxiety, depression with the 9 of Swords, which is not surprising. Because you're being forced to make a decision that somebody else wants you to, or they're trying to get you to intentionally make a decision that they want you to make so that they can benefit off of it. But the universe is putting you in this position where you have a choice into whether or not you do that. And even if it feels like you don't have that much choice right now, I think you have more than you realize. This person or this group of people, they're relying on you to make this decision so that they can benefit off of it. And there may be this energy surrounding all of this that you feel like you need to make this so that everybody gets something out of it, but in the end, what are you getting out of it? And why do you have to do all of this for these people? It doesn't even feel like it's a big action. It feels like it's a series of very deliberate actions that don't seem like a lot of work, but that could end up costing you a lot in the long run. Card number 5. What the hell should I not do? We've got the 2 of Cups. So with the 2 of Cups, you should not decide that you should not make these decisions based on your heart. That's what I'm getting out of this. You should not make this decision based on any kind of emotion that you feel about these people, because this seems like this is a practical kind of situation where it's almost as though you need to look at the brass tacks. You need to look at the long-term consequence versus the emotion behind this situation. Because it seems as though this could be a manipulation tactic that other people are utilizing. Like, well, I need an answer now. I need to know about this. Are we not family? Are we not, I thought we were friends. I thought we were good. What's going on? It's like they're waking you up at 1:30 in the morning and kind of pressuring you to do something or make a decision or do something that you wouldn't normally agree to. But because of desperation, because of it doesn't even really feel like it's something that they normally do. This isn't how they normally sound. Like normally they're very nonchalant and very kind of, I want to say flippant. I think that you probably have used this word to describe them at one point in time. Like they're so incredibly chill. It's like, yeah, so whatever. I got a flat tire and I changed it and it's cool. It's fine. And then on to the next thing. Like, and then all of a sudden this other attitude shows up. Don't commit to something thinking that it's going to be an emotional connection, because likely it's not going to be an emotional connection beyond what is absolutely required for the moment for them to get what they want. That's what I'm getting out of this. So, card number 6, what the hell can I do? The Tower. At any point in time during this process, you can change your mind. That's what the Tower is saying. You can chance being a hypocrite. God forbid anybody is a hypocrite anymore because of the internet, because of phones, and the ability for people to bring up receipts and everything. It's like, you know what? If you have reason to change your mind, we're always being faced with all this information, current information, past information, possible future information, that we uh, we need to chance being a hypocrite at some point in time and say that, you know what, I made that decision under these circumstances, and now the circumstances have changed, so my decision has changed. There's nothing wrong with that. And if anybody else has an issue with that you're dealing with, that's something that you need to put into um, put into consideration, because likely a lot of these people that are involved, that are trying to kind of push you to make a decision, they're likely not even involved in it long term. They're not involved in the result of this long term, and there's something out of this short term that they think that they're going to get. And even if you make the decision that they want you to, I'm not sure that they're going to get what they want. Something about you being able to read the fine print, being able to go through the contract yourself without their influence, is going to be very important. And there's nothing wrong with taking it home and reading over it before you commit to it. And if they're putting some high pressure tactic on you to, no, I need you to agree to this now, that should tell you everything you need to know. They need you to agree to this more than you need to be a part of this. Card number 7. Where the hell is this going? To top it all off, the Two of Pentacles, you're going to be handling a lot of different situations, a lot of, it doesn't feel like it's heavy responsibility, but it does feel like it's a lot of incidences where you're going to want to make sure that all the boxes are checked, like all the dishes are washed, all of the silverware is kind of together. And I don't know why that went directly to a kitchen thing. Maybe this has something to do with catering. So, um, but it's kind of one of those situations where you're going to have to ensure either way, whether you decide the way they want you to or the way that you want to, regardless of their opinion, that everything is in its appropriate box. Now, with that coming up, it also feels like if it's not catering, it's not setting up for a specific event, it seems like it may be moving house and ensuring that everything is in its appropriate box, everything is kind of organized the way that it needs to be to make life easier on yourself in the future. And I think that's really the main thing to take from this reading, is that going back to that justice card and the why the hell is this happening? Are you making life easier for yourself in the long term? Or are you making life easier for somebody else in the short term? Where do you really want to position yourself? So even if you think that you can make up for it later on, you may regret that decision later on. And if you look at this center stack, we've got 11, 2, and 2. So it's still more of that reiteration of yes, no, black, white. And the overall message here is to make the decision because you want to make it, not because somebody else is pressuring you to. And if somebody else is pressuring you to, kind of look at them like a used car salesman, like, well, you need to sign this paperwork now or this deal is, gone and you're not going to be able to get this good of a deal later on. I think you're going to be able to get a better deal later on, and probably even someplace else with somebody else that's going to make it a lot easier for you to feel good about what it is that you're committing to. So, thank you guys very much for tuning in to What the Hell, and that is the little bit of hell that I bring you for your Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Please be sure to check back for dailies and weeklies on Rogue Mystic Divination, and I will see you guys later. Ensure that you like and subscribe.